Hello, today I'm sharing some fantastic beauty products that I reach for and love and do not understand why I don't hear about these more. So I thought I would share them with you today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Let's get into these underrated beauty products I think are amazing and deserve more love than they get. Now, I've shared several of these products on my channel and videos here and there, but it's either been a while or I've been reaching for them so much lately, they just needed a spot here in this video. You may be a new subscriber to me and you may never have heard me share these products before. There are also a couple of brands in this video that I think are underrated overall. I use their products a ton, but I just don't hear a lot of other people talking about them, and I definitely think they need more recognition. One of those brands is Necessaire, who has recently launched a new product. I'm excited to partner with them on for that portion of today's video that I'll be sharing here in a little bit. So let's get started with the first product that is on my lips, which is probably, actually definitely the least expensive product in today's video. These are the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks lip glosses. And the reason why I think these are so underrated is because we hear about so many drugstore lip glosses in viral ways, and we just don't hear about these the same way, and I think they are every bit as good, if not better, than some of the other glosses that we hear about from the drugstore, and they're at a lower price point. These are less than $5. I feel like the last time I checked, they were around $2 or $3, which is amazing to me, especially right now when prices for everything are just increasing constantly. I just very quickly did a quick one swipe of each of these on the back of my hand, and look at that pigment. My lighting is going a little haywire because of all the clouds, so I'm having to do a little bit of shifting. Bear with me. I think that's just what we're going to have during this video. So we have Snuggle Sesh, Bronzed Berry, and Love Language. Love Language is the shade that I put on right before filming this video over my lovely Natasha Denona My Dream lip pencil. These have a slight sweet vanilla scent, nothing overpowering that you notice after it's applied, but it makes for a pleasant experience while you're applying them. They're not sticky, they're very creamy, and the pigment lasts for a decent amount of time for a gloss. I'll have them listed and linked down below, along with everything in this video, as well as what I'm wearing, as I always do. I just think you can't beat these. I don't know why they're not talked about and raved about more than they are. Next up, I have a primer, and I feel like I haven't been talking about a lot of primers these days unless I've been just giving you my verdict on something I recently tested. But this Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Primer, and yes, I do have two of them. I have the mini size, which that's one reason why I love it, because you can get a mini size for $18, or you can get the full size for $36. So if you don't want to go all in, you don't have to invest in a full size, which I think is amazing. This is a mattifying, blurring primer, which we've seen a lot of. It not only sinks in like a lotion, please excuse my nails, I know they need to be done, but you feel it smooth as you massage it in. You can tell when it's fully absorbed. The back of my hand just noticeably feels smoother, and it's very lightweight. I don't notice it on my skin when I wear it underneath foundation. It helps my makeup last longer, it smooths pores, and it fights shine. But that's not all. It also has skincare ingredients in it that I personally have found to be beneficial for my skin type. Anyway, I have combination oily skin. I get oily, shiny in my T-zone. The perimeter of my face is pretty normal. It can also get a little bit dry, some surface dehydration. Niacinamide helps my pores look smaller. It keeps my skin clear. They also included bakuchiol, which is an ingredient that helps even out skin tone and smooth texture. And lentil extract is what helps with shine. It's vegan and cruelty-free and silicone-free. It's got chamomile to soothe. It's just a really nice primer if you have normal, oily, or combination skin and you're wanting a little bit more smoothing, shine control without feeling like you have something extra underneath your foundation. It's been very compatible with every foundation I've tried it with, even powder foundations. I just don't hear a ton of people talking about this. I mean, granted, I don't watch every single channel that's out there, and I can't possibly watch all the videos from all the channels that I do watch, so maybe people are talking about it. I don't know. I just don't hear a lot about it like I think I would, because this is really, really good. It's been a long time now that I've been raving about Necessaire body products and saying how I think the brand is underrated, because my body skin has totally transformed. I shared recently on TikTok and an Instagram reel and in a video a little while back how I was using their award-winning shampoo and conditioner and how well they've been working for my hair. Not a big surprise. Well, they recently launched the scalp serum for thicker, fuller, healthier hair. All three are completely fragrance-free, cruelty-free, and vegan, and they're designed to be used together. So they put them in a new set called the Hair Essentials. The value is really great. I also have a code for you, and I've had a great experience. I mean, I've already talked about the shampoo and conditioner in the past. These are great if you have color or chemically treated hair, and if you have a sensitive scalp. I have a very sensitive scalp, and I can get little itchy kind of flare-ups, especially this time of year when it gets colder. My scalp stays so soothed when I use these. I also find my hair is cleansed thoroughly, but nourished and hydrated enough, yet not weighed down, which is very important to me. So both the shampoo and conditioner are formulated with skincare actives, which I think is great for scalp health. We have hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, panthenol, and celery seed extract to hydrate, nourish, and strengthen both the scalp and the hair. And that celery seed extract is clinically proven to help relieve flakes and itchy scalp. The conditioner also has avocado oil, which gives extra nourishment to the length of your hair as well as your scalp. Yet it just does not weigh my hair down and provides nice shine and hydration, which I appreciate. Now let's get to the scalp serum. So my experience with most scalp serums has been pretty negative. I find them difficult to incorporate into my daily life because they're very heavy, oily, and greasy. They basically make my hair just look wet and disgusting. Can't use them in the morning, have to use them at night, and then wash my hair pretty much first thing in the morning. This is not like that. This is somehow water light and gets completely absorbed somehow. And if I'm using it on damp hair, I can dry and style my hair as usual. Now, if I'm using it on dry hair, I do usually use it at night, but it soaks in. I don't feel the need to have to wash my hair first thing in the morning because my hair doesn't look like a complete wet mess. It's not oily or greasy. It's formulated with 1% hyaluronic acid, which provides instant scalp hydration. It also has 1% green tea extract, which provides relief from flakes and itching. It's also got a 5% biomimetic peptide blend that's clinically proven to support hair growth and visibly minimize thinning. I do feel like I am starting to see that minimized thinning around this area and just around the perimeter of my hair, which is pretty amazing for the time that I've been using it. It took me forever to even open this bottle for the first time to start testing it because of my past experiences with hair serums, but I'm so happy at the results I've been seeing so far, which has to do with consistency. And I'm able to be so consistent because of how easily I've been able to incorporate this into my daily routine. Now, the value of all three of these separately is $114, but you can get the Hair Essentials set for $80 plus an extra 10% off with my code STEPH10. I have the link and my code in my description box down below if you want to see more information or shop along with all the other products in this video too. I just think Necessaire overall is underrated as a brand. I have several Holy Grail products from them, and I'm always excited to share new products they launch with you because chances are they work really well for me. Let's talk about this very, very subtle everyday look I have going on with my eyes today. This is the other brand I was referring to at the beginning of the video, another underrated brand that I mention frequently on my channel and have also said many times in the past I feel is underrated. This is the Persona Color Theory palette in copper, which I've talked about on my channel before, but I've been reaching for this so much lately. I just feel like it needs more love, and not just this Color Theory palette, but her other ones too. Now, when you order these come with an eyeliner. I think the set itself is such a great value for the quality that you get. I've said so many times on my channel, Persona does not put out products without thoroughly thinking them through first, and the quality is always superb. So the Copper Theory palette is supposed to be for blue eyes, which, you know, makes sense. That's why I like it. And there are other ones made for other eye colors too, but honestly, you can use whichever one you want, whatever color your eyes are. I use this product so regularly, and yet I haven't hit pan, but I do have a backup, a brand new backup ready to go because I don't ever want to be without this. The most common thing I do with this palette on a daily basis is so easy, it almost seems absurd. I blend this shade right here into my crease and transition area and in my outer third a little bit, and I line with this shade, which is what I did today. Then I take either this matte shade or this matte shade, or I blend the two on an eyeliner smudger brush, and I just kind of press it along where I just lined, just to give a slightly smudged look so it's not so precise with the liner. Then Then I take this subtle kind of creamy shimmer, which is very, very flattering, and I place it right on my brow bone, which is what I've done today. It's one of the only shimmers that I'll let touch my brow bone, and I'll usually place it right in the inner corner, which I kind of forgot to do today. I'll do that now, but it just adds a little something when you're doing an all matte look. And that's it. It's so easy. It takes like 5 minutes. I use this copper shade when I'm going for more pizzazz, but I mean, this little guy is in heavy rotation. These are convenient palettes to use. I don't know why people don't talk about them more than they do. I'm also going to link her original Identity palette down below. It's a bigger palette. It's also one that is heavily used, which I also keep on top of my vanity because it's stunning. Overall, I think Persona needs more recognition as a brand, but this little Theory palette, whichever shade you get, it doesn't matter. It's been in such heavy rotation for me. I've definitely gotten my money's worth already. I love it. I just changed my lip gloss over to that bronzed berry shade. I love this one. It's got a little bit of metallic to it, but it just makes it look more like a really strong sheen. I love it. I had no reason to switch over. I just did. So while we're on the subject of eyes, from the Persona palette earlier, I want to mention one of my favorite volumizing, lengthening mascaras that holds my curl, but it's not waterproof because typically those have to be waterproof to hold my curl. But this is one of my regulars that I keep in rotation, that I reach for, that keeps my lashes feeling soft too, that I've shared on my channel in the past, but it's been a while. This is also on my favorite mascaras list. If you know, you know. I have a separate site where I keep some of my top favorite products, and one of those pages is my top favorite mascaras. I'll put that page down below where this mascara is listed. So this is the Wander Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. I almost said volume and length. Now, Wander Beauty does have another mascara that I think is supposed to be more volumizing and lengthening than this one, called Mile High. It's the same shape tube, but it's gold. I might be alone, but for some reason, I find this mascara gives me more volume and length than that one does. I don't know why. I just like this one better. This one has this curved, fluffy wand, and it just really works well for me on a daily basis. It never irritates my eyes, and it does give me some decent volume and length right off the bat, but it also allows me to build it without getting clumpy, doesn't flake, doesn't smudge. It's a great no-fail everyday mascara that gives me buildable volume and length, and it holds my curl, and I don't hear nearly enough people talking about it. It's been a long while since I have mentioned Daniel Sandler watercolor liquid cheek colors. These are so impressive. If you have never messed with a liquid cheek product before, this is completely worth the money. This little bottle will last you forever. You only need a drop or two for both cheeks. They just blend out beautifully over bare skin, over foundation, over powder, which is what you're about to see me do. Now, I always drop these onto my hand and swirl it around with a brush and then tap it onto my cheek. Sometimes I take them over my nose. Now, some are matte, some have a little bit of a sheen. My favorite shade is Caress. I hope they still make this shade. I'll put some alternative shades that I think are really pretty down below too. And I think that these don't get that much recognition because it's not a brand that you see at your bigger retailers. In my opinion, these are worth going out of your way for. They apply easily and beautifully. Like I said a while ago, no matter what you're applying them over, they look so natural and they last all day. I talk about cream and liquid cheek products a lot, and I have quite a few favorites, but this is one that stands the test of time for me. I keep it in my vanity. I reach for it still, even though I have others that I love. It's a no-fail. It looks natural. It's great for no makeup makeup. It's great for everyday makeup. It's what I have on right now, and I really wish more people would know about them. They're just beautiful. I just added a little bit more color to my cheeks for this next product. Some of you might wonder why I'm including this. You might think it's not underrated. I disagree. MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural has been out for a long time. The shade I wear is medium plus. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. If I don't tell you now, I may forget. Now, a lot of people don't even use a finishing powder, so that's one reason why I think it doesn't get recognition, but another is that a lot of brands have come out with various finishing powders since MAC released this product. MAC is not talked about in general as much, but when I have completed my entire makeup look and I want everything to look even more perfected, airbrushed, I want my pores to be blurred even more. This is my absolute favorite finishing powder for that. I use others here and there, but I feel like if I don't have this in my life, something's missing. I think the reason why this one in particular is nice is because it's sheer, it's translucent, but with a tiny bit of coverage, yet it doesn't build on your skin either. So it's not like you're applying a powder foundation. It kind of softly mattifies without mattifying you fully, if that makes sense. If you apply too much blush, contour, bronzer, finishing powder is great for diffusing that and blurring lines if you have harsh lines. Now, if you don't have on enough blush, it can kind of diffuse that a little bit, so you may need to apply a little bit more, but you can see how it just kind of blends everything together, but it didn't look like I added another layer of makeup. In a pinch, I can also wear this on its own. That's another reason why I love it. If I don't want a heavy powder foundation, but I want just a layer of blurred coverage, I love this so much. I guess I find this to be more of a multitasker than other finishing powders that are just finishing powders or just powder foundations. This just kind of does everything and just so beautifully. It's, again, another no-fail product that we don't hear about that much anymore, and I won't be without it unless they stop making it, which could happen. I'd love to hear an underrated product that you absolutely won't be without down below in the comments. I hope you found this enjoyable and helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. I had a ton of great favorites, not just beauty, but lifestyle and home, fashion, and some fails in my October favorites and fails. I'll have that linked here if you haven't seen it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.